Good morning, good morning, good morning to you all. My name is Kawania Brickhouse, and I have a mission here on this earth. Look at that sky. Isn't that sky beautiful, y'all? My mission is EIC, that is Elevate, Inspire, and Create. That is elevating you to that next level so that you are inspired to create your own world. That is my mission, y'all. That is my mandate here on this earth. And I'm stretching right now. I'm getting my stretch on. Before I start my exercising. For today. What do y'all have planned for today? I hope it's something great. I hope you're on a mission concerning your business, concerning your family, concerning your life, concerning the journey that God has for you. And you know what? I think my camera is upside down. So let's try this again. Okay, y'all. My camera was upside down, but guess what? Life is still good, right? Sometimes some things can be a little upside down, but that don't mean that you give up, right? That means you keep pressing, you keep moving, you keep walking it out. Situations may look crazy. They may look upside down, but that don't mean you throw in the towel. Guess what that means? That means that you got to maybe go and do something to fix what is upside down so that it can be right side up, right? Like I had to what? Restart the camera so that it could be, it could flow the right way. That's what you're going to have to do with your situation. I don't know what your situation is, but guess what? You're going to have to reset some things, redo some things, renew some things. Maybe that might be what you mean renew, Kawania? Well, I'm saying maybe you need to renew your relationship with the Lord. Have you been spending time with God? Has everything in your life been upside down? Have things been out of whack? You going this way, you going that way. Storms are rising here, storms are rising there. Now, God never said that you wouldn't experience anything, because He said, storms and stuff come. But He said, be of good cheer. For what? He has overcome this world. Yes, He overcome this world. The Lord has overcome this world. One day He coming back. He coming back to get His people. He coming back to get His children that He loved dearly. You know what I'm saying? The enemy won't reign forever. But sometimes, even in the midst of things that are upside down in your life, like I was upside down in the beginning, even though it seemed, although I was upside down, right? And the video started and I was upside down. But everything wasn't totally messed up, right? Why? Because look, the sky was still beaming. The sky, as I was looking in the camera, the sky was beautiful. I saw some great things. But just because I saw some great things don't mean those great things was, what am I trying to say? When things are upside down, y'all, it may perceive to be okay. It may perceive to be, oh, it ain't that bad. But the truth of the matter is that we don't just want to settle for things upside down. Well, I'll just deal with it this time. We want to get things in the right order. We want to get things in the right alignment. We want to do things really for real that pleases God, y'all. Pleases God. And so my encouragement to you all today, is to, ooh, girl, y'all, I smell somebody smoking something strong. But anyways, look, my encouragement to you all is when things look upside down, when situations are rising around you on the right and on the left, to be encouraged. Kawania, that's all you got to say to me? I'm telling you to be encouraged because your story is not over. It may look like everything is upside down, but y'all, in a click of a moment, your situation can change. Just like that. Just like that. Look, the word of God says, our thoughts are not his thoughts, nor are our ways his ways. You know what I'm saying? We cannot fathom what our daddy can do in a click of a moment. Okay? You can't fathom how God can change your situation that may look ugly. Turn it all around for your good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, fix the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? So look, I just want y'all to be encouraged. I want y'all to be encouraged. Kawania, why you always encouraging people? I encourage people because I've always been an encourage, number one. I've always chose to try to see the good out of anything. And then there was a time in my life where the enemy was trying to attack me so bad because of who I was that I began to think negative. And it had a lot to do with my environment and what I was experiencing, what I was around. And I did nothing but think negative about those situations. And the enemy had a field day with me, or I allowed, because a lot of times we want to blame the enemy, y'all. And it ain't the enemy. It's what we allow in our life. It's what we allow to take place. We have a choice. We have a choice to choose situations and things, but even those situations can all work together. And so I just remember going through a depressed state in my life where I was going through some stuff. I chose to marry this gentleman, and we had beautiful children together, and and everything went good, everything went peaches and cream, everything went all right, and nothing's going to be all right. Nothing's going to be totally perfect. Let me make that clear. But in the midst of all that was going on, I remember being really depressed because of some of the dark things that I was experiencing and feeling like life was like over. And I remember just laying in the bed, y'all. I remember laying in the bed, not wanting to get up, not wanting to do anything, Good morning. All I wanted to do was take care of my kids, make sure the day was good. But I won't even giving them my full best. I won't giving them my full best because I wasn't fully equipped and happy like I should have been. I didn't have that full joy. But through everything I went through, I learned how to have joy, even in the midst of dark times. And so I can speak and encourage people today on having hope and keep moving and keep pressing, because I was one of those victims or people that was in a dark place, didn't know how I was going to get out. But God, I began to call on his name. I truly began to build a relationship. I knew God. I was introduced to God as a child, but I knew him as just like a God that set up in the air or set up on a throne, and he was just Lord over everything. But I didn't know him personally as my provider, as my friend, or maybe I did as a provider to a degree. But I'm talking about I didn't know him to be my husband in the midnight hour. How you doing? I didn't know him to be my way maker, my deliverer, my divine healer, my everything, y'all. I mean, the one who has never ever from this day, even from the time I was birthed on this earth, I have learned that God is my everything, y'all. And when I say that, I really mean it. Because I put God, I put man in a place where man didn't belong. And it took for me to get sifted and turned around and flipped and be put in situations. You know, I was having a conversation with my aunt. I guess today is me, you know, getting real personal with y'all today. But I was having a conversation with my aunt that I pray with all the time. She don't live here. She live in another state. But we always encouraging each other and praying together. But anyways, long story short, she was reminding me of a time when something God had brought me out of. And that time that I was crying in the police car. And I remember that day, y'all. I remember that day as if it was just literally yesterday. I remember being having someone knock on my door. Good morning. And the police asking me, are you so-and-so? Are you Kawania? You know, my last name was different at that time. And I was like, yeah, well, you're gonna have to come down to the station with us. And I'm like, and my babies were small. I had 3 small babies back to back. You know, at that time, they probably was like 5, 4, and 3, maybe. Yeah, because they always been like, every year their age is like just bam, bam, bam. They're like that. And the last one always just like coming right behind them, you know, a couple months later. So anyways, they asked me, are you so-and-so? I was like, yeah. You're going to have to come down to the police station with us. I'm like, what? So I called my husband at that time, and I was like, yo, I need you to get home. They taking me. What? Just get, you know, I was nasty. I showed it. Of course, you know, I'm getting ready to get arrested. So anyways, my kids being there, so because they was sitting in front of the TV watching Bible Man. That was one of the things they used to watch early on Saturday mornings. And I got dressed, y'all. When I got dressed that day, because I done been through some stuff, but that specific day I got dressed, and I got cute when I got dressed, because I was like, you know what, I'm going out with a bang. I ain't this. I'm not gonna let the enemy take me out like this. So I got dressed. By that time, their dad had came home for my kids, and they took me out the house. And I don't remember them handcuffing me. I remember them just walking beside me, taking me to the car. But I think they handcuffed me before I got in the car, right? And they was like, we're not supposed to tell you. I'm not supposed to tell you this. That's what one of the police said. And he was like, but, you know, you got arrested for blah, blah, blah. Somebody said that you threatened them or something like this, something like that, you know? And I was like, threatening? I'm like, threatening? And immediately, bam, I knew what it was. Because at that time, you know, my husband at that time was having an affair. And this girl was this main chick on the street. And I threatened her. I did. But the threaten was, I called her job. And I gave her job told her job that she needed to leave a married man alone. And I think that probably messed some things up for her job. But she ended up going down to the police station and saying that she was fearful for her life, her and her kids. Well, she wasn't, because I wouldn't hurt her fly. I won't bother nobody. I just wanted her to leave me and my family alone. You know what I'm saying? And so I start crying in the car, y'all. I mean, boo-hooing. And I was like, God, I remember just crying, y'all, because I wanted to get out of that situation. I didn't want to be in it. But I remember Holy Spirit speaking to me clear as day. He was like, Kawania, I'm arresting you this time. I allowed this to take place because I want you to get it together, because I don't want you to miss out on your children's life. I don't want you to get so caught up in what this man is doing and his foolishness, his foolery, that you miss out on your baby's lives, that you end up doing something that you can't take back. I don't want you to regret, planning and plotting in your head to do something negative to some man and some woman that ain't worth it. And because y'all, the frame of mindset that I was in, it was a dangerous mindset. When I say it was dangerous, it wasn't good. It wasn't good where my mind was at concerning me being pissed off. Yes, I said pissed. Pissed off of what was taking place in my life, that he, as well as her, because it wasn't her, just her, it was him as well. That was my husband. He needed to get it together. But then she knew better as well, because after you've already met me and you choose to continue to do certain things, that instead of just walking off and leaving, then that's another whole situation. And so I was heated at both of them. It wasn't just one person, it was both. But I needed to get heated at myself. I needed to get so heated and so fired up that I needed to get my life together. And it took for me to be arrested and put in a car and sit in a holding cell for some hours until I got picked up by him to realize. And I remember at that point, that was like a breaking point for me, where I started to shift in my mindset. Because I want y'all to understand, a lot of things that we go through go on in our mind. It's in our mind where the field day go on. It's in our mind where the war is going on. It's in our mind where we feel like we want to give up, where we feel like we want to commit suicide, where we feel like that life is over, where we feel like we're nothing, where we feel like, that we can't accomplish anything. It's in our mind where the enemy plays with our hearts. And I know y'all probably like, well, dang, Kawania, why you sharing all? You know what? Because my life is not my own. My life was bought with a price, and I don't share this to glorify anything that has happened in my life, to speak negative against someone else. No, I share this because I want to share my life to encourage someone else, because constantly God keep putting people in my life in this day and time right now, where I'm meeting women and I'm meeting men that are, that's a big cat, y'all. Is that a cat? I want to show y'all this cat. I don't know if it's a cat or a raccoon, but that sucker big. But anyways, it scared me, y'all. But God want us to get it together. And I remember just like feeling like my life was over because of a man. And I'm here to tell you today, my sister or my brother, whether she ain't doing right or he ain't doing right, guess what? Let it go and let God have his way in your life. You have so much to achieve. You have so much to do. I let so much time go by the wayside, caught up, trying to keep somebody that didn't want to be kept. Because for real, God wanted me to see them. He wanted me to look at my husband at that time through his eyes. And he wanted me to sincerely begin to pray for his soul. And so there was a shift where I began to change my approach, where I won't saying, Lord, change him for our marriage. But it was, Lord, just save his soul, because I want him to be a good father to my kids. I want to see them. I want him to be in their life when they're older. It was beyond, okay, fix my marriage, God. It was, Lord, have your way. Change his life for your glory. Because he has a call on his life. Because he has a mission. Because I have a mission. And so I began to intercede for him like he was a brother, not a husband. And I began to have this peace in my heart where it didn't matter what happened any longer. And God began to shift me where I began to eventually one day I was able to pray for that woman. I was able to pray with her. I even was able to break bread with her. And, you know, I know that sounds crazy, but a lot of things God has shown me over the years. This 42-year-old woman done been through some stuff, y'all. Some stuff I might not ever share, and some stuff I may share if the Lord lead me to do it with someone I meet. But what I'm saying to you, I'm here to tell you that you don't have to listen to the enemy any longer within your mind. That it's time for you to break out of the jail within your mind. And it's time for you to believe in yourself. Believe in He that created thee, that created you. It's time for you to know that your daddy loves you and that he didn't plot and plan out what's going on in your life. And that it's time for you to humble yourself and realize that the things that may be going on in your life has nothing to do with other people, but it has to do with the decisions that you have made. It's time for you to recognize and wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to get it together. I'm going to get out of my way. I'm going to stop blaming him and her. And I'm going to look at myself. And I'm going to get me together. Because I need to. Because I have a job to do here on this earth. Because my life is worth more than what I've been settling for. So if you jump on my channel and you hit the subscribe button, or if you hit the play button and you watch a video and you're like, here she go again, I hope you know that you at the right channel. Because on this channel, encouragement goes on here. Encouragement goes on here because this woman done been through hell. And guess what? I'm still walking, and I refuse to give up. You know what I'm saying? I seen some ugly, dark days. My kids, they seen some ugly, dark days. But God. And I want to encourage you that you can make it. That you are not alone. And that God loves you. And He wants a relationship with you. And all He wants you to do is to surrender. Surrender to Him. Surrender your will to see His will done. That's what He wants. That's what He wants. Through the good, through the bad. You got to know that I'm here for a reason. My story ain't over. This too shall pass. Greater is He that is in me than he that is in this world. I didn't mean to be long-winded today, y'all. I wanted to really, for real, be short-winded and just give you an encouraging word. But I don't know, it just flowed this way. So I just let my daddy flow. When I let him flow and say what he need to say, through me. Because once again, my life is not my own. Life is not my own. And when y'all look at me and y'all see me, or you watch these videos and you sitting there and you thinking, heck, did she ever go through anything? I want you to know that my life ain't peaches and cream. It ain't perfect. I get up, I poop just like you poop, I eat just like you eat. I get out here and grind just like you get out here and grind. I'm just a woman that's persevering through the good and through the bad. I get knocked down. I be having people hating me and don't even know why they hating me, and they don't even know my story. Thinking I got this and got that and don't even know where I've come from. Don't have an idea that one time I wouldn't open my mouth to push a button and talk on a camera to encourage somebody. That I was so fearful. That I had so much fear in me that I just kept quiet because I felt like I didn't have a voice. But God. So I shout to the mountaintop now. I encourage from my heart now. And I'm sharing with you all right now because I love you. And I want you to be your best. I want you to do your best. Don't settle. Go hard. Go hard. There's this gospel artist. His name is Lecrae, and he has this song, "Go Hard, Go Hard, Go Hard." And I used to play that song over and over again because I needed to hear it in my heart. I needed. That was like my cheerleading song to push me to go hard for my life, y'all. Because in life, you might not always have someone there that's going to cheer you on other than your daddy. But then your daddy's going to require for you to have enough hope and enough faith that you believe and that you get up because of what he's provided for you. Meaning he's provided peace for you. He's provided joy for you. He's provided hope for you. He's provided life for you. And he just wants you to accept him. No, he wants you to believe. So, you all be encouraged. Okay? Stay blessed. Don't give up on life. Look, share this video with somebody that may need to hear it. Okay? Be encouraged, okay? I love you all. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't. God bless. By the way, I need y'all keep with your grind concerning your weight loss plan. If you're working on losing weight, if you're working on staying just fit and in shape. Sometimes it's not even about losing weight, y'all. It's about just being fit, you know. We got to stay fit. We got to take care of our temples. We only have one. We only have one temple. You know what I'm saying? And so what you do with it is very important. What you do with it is very important. So I make an effort to get my butt out here, and if I can't make it to Mount Trashmore, that I'm somewhere doing some type of productive exercise. You know, a good breeze walk in the morning, my stretching, you know, some squats and jumping jacks when I get opportunity to do the jumping jacks, you know, and it's sporadically throughout the day. You know, I may out of the blue just jump up and start doing like 15 squats, or I might stop and just do 50 jumping jacks or 60 jumping jacks. You know, I got to get back in a routine with my jumping jacks, because I used to do my jumping jacks like I would just do 60 and then I would go and I would finish the other 40. And I need to really get back to doing that, because jumping jacks, it's moving every part of the body as well. So I just encourage you all, take care of your temple. We only have one body, you know, and our body. I was talking to a beautiful couple, like this past Sunday, and they were saying, you know, a lot of times, you know, people feel like they got to do this and do that for detoxing, and some of it has to do, really, for real, our body will detox itself. And you know your body detoxes itself, you know, just by the right amount of sleep you get. You know, you get the right number of hours. You know, you know. So if your body can get the sleep it needs, it'll regenerate itself, and it'll release certain things inside you. Because see, God, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, y'all, created our bodies. And he knew, just like he created the grass and he created the trees and created the animals, he created us. He created us and everything within us. And yes, he created people and man and gave them the ability to be able to research and do this. But the man of all the men, the king of all the kings, the one who created the whole Big Bang, know exactly what we need to do to our body. And we have to learn to listen. Listen to our Father. And when our body is telling us something, we need to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? So look, take care of your temple. And once again, I love you guys.